Hey, welcome back to BeamNG Drive. As you can see, we have a Skoda mod from Fast Lane. It's a real gem. And we're on the Argentinian map, if you are wondering where I am. In this video, I will introduce you to the vehicle mod, and we'll drive around the map, do a drop test. And in the end of this video, I will run away from the police to get to the other corner of the map. That's the plan. Let's go!
So, the first impression of the interior is a beautiful sight. Of course, we'll delve into the details a bit more. Otherwise, we can't be happy. Very detailed from here. Nothing was just thrown in. Look at the rear seats. They're just awesome. Many hours and months were probably invested here, and the results are impressive. We even have a control panel for the air conditioning. There are also a few things to look at up front, like the glove compartment. We can even open it. There are 2 documents in there, perhaps a marriage proposal or a letter of complaint. We'll see, I'm curious. Okay, since I don't speak Czech, oh wait, it's translated into English too. International Motor Insurance Card, so that's what it is. These are just small details that sometimes have to be done. Then we'll move on. There are still more buttons to press. When the sun shines in our faces again, we can fold down the sun visors. It's very important and cool. Of course we can close it, everything's fine. When I tried it offline, I didn't know how to close it again. I'm always amazed that Fastlane mods are free. Plus, we can open that compartment for sunglasses, how cool. Even if this seems unnecessary, it's an important component for the invention. To turn on the interior lighting, we need to turn on the ignition. Even the key is in the ignition lock, and when you press the button, the key turns. Now there's light, namely the light of the Skoda tunnel. There's such a thing. We even have a switch here to turn on the headlights, and it's even animated. I'm as happy as a little kid right now. I always welcome something like this. Thanks, Fastlane. An acoustic signal sounds when the hood is opened. Now that's what I call a neat job. And there's also a symbol on the cockpit display. Awesome. So when we open the door, it's also shown on the display. Skoda fans will absolutely love this. Keep it up. You see, it's as accurate and precise as possible. Just like with real cars, the modders are developing the game into a real car simulator. Enough with the beeping, otherwise I'll get real Skoda vibes implanted in my brain. Of course, we can also turn on the rear interior lighting. That's something we shouldn't forget. Very helpful when reading. That's it for now. Now we go back to the cockpit and turn on the engine. Please look at the speedometer and RPM display. When you turn on, they spin to maximum. Another very cool detail. So you're in very good hands with the moon. Then there's something else I want to show you. This cool feature is built into the audio and media player. We can turn it on and off. Very normal and everyday. If you've seen it and are happy with how I did it, then you've come to the right place. To do that, I first have to look at the introduction on how to turn on the radio. I wasn't prepared for that. We can even increase and decrease the radio volume using the respective button assignments. Isn't that awesome? Of course it is. So you can turn it up to volume 5. Probably enough for a party atmosphere in the car. With this keyboard shortcut where my mouse cursor is right now, we can change songs. Let's listen to it now. Enough celebrating. This song will go viral. I can feel it in my entire body. Joking aside, otherwise I'll be leaning against the window too much. The center backrest can also be opened and closed again. The modder even implemented that. I call that first class. We can turn the ESP on and off on the center console, so if you want to drift and can control the car, go ahead. Another cool feature is this one. We need the passenger seat for it, otherwise I can't show it to you. And that would be a real shame for you. You can simply fold the seats down. Isn't that nice? Of course, if we want to sleep, we can fold the seats back. All the way. Wait a minute, I have to turn off this annoying sound. It's just annoying in the long run. Even if it's only in the game. We can continue right away. Don't panic on the Skoda. It's all planned. Let's see how we can fold it back as far as possible. Some people have probably never seen that, so we're doing it here too. Wow, so that's the reclining position of a Skoda seat. I really wouldn't have thought so. I'm exaggerating again. It's like that in every car. Anyway, it's a cool feature. Furthermore, we can adjust the seating position, both forward and backward. And don't forget about the taller and shorter among us. The driver's seat can also be moved, but I won't show you that, otherwise it will be too much theory. With that, we've seen everything there was to see inside. Now we can examine the heart of the car. I'm looking forward to this the most, because it's what defines the car. But before we do that, let's take a look at the trunk. It's just as important and necessary. It should be very spacious and well lit. We can fit a lot of things in there, like ourselves, for example. Or lots of bananas, because they're rich in vitamins and give us energy. It's easy and doesn't require Tetris. Now all that remains is the heart of the vehicle. The truth has come and is ready to be opened. We're getting closer and closer, and my eyes are focused on the engine. Even from here, I get the feeling of perfectionism. No offense. Check it out. That's what I call getting a clean engine. This modder just knows how to do it. He does it so well. So download it. The link is in the video description. What I forgot to mention is the door lighting at the bottom. You have to see that too. When the door is open, the light at the bottom turns on, so a little detail for the real detail hunters. I hope you'll stick with it. Now it's time to put it into practice. This is probably what you're looking forward to the most, and then the wait will have been worth it. I will show you everything on the map as best as I can while driving, because I'm still not allowed to put any weight on my left hand. I did everything with my right hand. That's why I recommend you discover the map for yourself. Of course, the link can also be found below in the video description. So back to BeamNG. I've changed the time a bit to the afternoon, so you can see and marvel at everything. I have to say, the map is pretty well done. I've never been to Argentina. Will I still be able to make it over? Of course not. The AI was too fast. So we can take a look at the damage model. It's just what we need. Looks very good. The Skoda really can take a beating. We only lost a headlight and had some body damage. A solid brother. This area should be explored at dusk and at the highest settings. That would look absolutely ungodly and forgetful. So many shops. I think that's the downtown area. It's not a big city, but it's pretty well done. Here we come to the rural area, and I think it's fine. The trees don't look like they were just slapped on. They've been modified to make it look more realistic. Another feature of this map is that when it gets dark, the streetlights turn on. Another plus point. Keep it up. As for the Skoda, the handling isn't all that bad. It sits on the road like a race car. That comparison was a bit exaggerated, but unfortunately, I had to talk myself out of it. Oh, an open area. We need to take a closer look. Maybe we'll find something interesting or an Easter egg. No, it's just not even remotely a full warehouse. How disappointing. Oh well, we can get out of this area again, if only I could turn the car better. So what does the damage look like this time? Yeah, a little worse. Since I can't let this go, we need to cause more damage. The BeamNG community is keen on this sort of thing, and that's welcome here. We crash the Roamer at 100 kilometers per hour and see who the bad car is. We have to show our strength here. Holy moly, how robust this thing is. The engine still works after a hard impact. Now that's what I call check engineering. It has my full respect. I used the basic model earlier, and there are 67 variations. So once again, I was blown away. That doesn't happen often. There are two types, a TSI, the petrol version, and a TDI, the diesel version. The appearance barely changes, just a few things like the rims or the interior a bit. Some variants also have a different transmission, like this one. The abbreviation DSG stands for dual clutch transmission. If you're wondering, now you have the answer. Then we also have the facelift version, which offers people a bit more money. They look sportier, and the engine power is more sporty. The police version is of course included, and the taxi version has a feature that I would like to show you. I'm a little late with this mod, but that's just how it is. It'll calm you down a bit. It's just a joke. So if we look a little to the left, you'll see a smartphone. You can access the navigation map. Isn't that great? Of course it is. You can also change the readiness of the taxi sign. It's currently green, but you can change it to red using the key combination shown. Well, maybe we'll get taxi missions in BeamNG Drive. That would be absolutely awesome. Guys, I found another open area. You absolutely have to go in. This time there has to be something in there. It still looks completely bare, and that doesn't make it any better. Everything's closed, and only white paint is visible. Okay, we won't find anything special here, so I've wasted my precious time finding nothing. Luckily, the exit is in front of us, and we don't have to drive far. That's satisfying, isn't it, destruction enthusiasts? We are now doing a drop test with the police car, as the time is ripe enough. So, guys, are you ready for the destructive force of gravity? The police car is perfectly suited for this, and of course, these vehicles must be destroyed. Another quick interior check, so you've seen it from police cars too. I don't want to hide anything from you, and absolutely nothing about this enchanting mod. A quick sound check of the sirens wouldn't hurt either. It sounds very American. Just my opinion. Now we can start with the drop test. It was a short crash test, so you can get an impression. The drop test won't be as high as the bastions, less than 2,000 meters above the ground. Nevertheless, it will be enough to completely destroy the vehicle. Up to the point where we can drop the vehicle. That sounds like a good plan. No one will be able to stop or prevent it. That was a very short trip. We have arrived at the point and can get started right away. Before we drop it, we need to check our altitude. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a drop test, and yes, that's why. We are currently 346 meters above the ground. That is enough and satisfying. Are you ready for the ultimate drop test with a police car? Of course, why am I even asking?
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. We've received the signal to drop. Of course, it'll take a while until it reaches the right speed. Oh my goodness, BeamNG smashed. We're flat as a brick again. That's very good. That's what we wanted anyway. No vehicle will ever survive the drop test. This brings us to the police pursuit. See you there, you cool guys and girls. We're going on a chase with the Skoda. I've randomly placed some police vehicles on the map. I'll briefly show you the vehicles. 2 armored police MD series vehicles are here, which can also be very destructive. But if they catch me, that's it. Then there is a police tank here, and the other one is a little further away from its colleague. But they won't shoot, they'll just flatten me if they can. So the last 3 are Skoda police cars, and they are the most feared because they are fast and agile. There are 7 police officers in total, and it will be a bit difficult, but I am optimistic. Now we come to the marker. My goal is to reach the other side of the map. It's going to be a long journey, but we'll manage somehow. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, and I'll try to master it. With the Skoda power. Then we activate the AI to hunt us. I'm already excited, and my hands are already sweating. Not really. I took the slightly faster Skoda, so I wouldn't get caught straight away. I hope we don't get caught immediately by the 3 faster police cars. Otherwise, I'd explode and bury myself in grave. I'm currently playing at 20 frames per second, but that's not going to stop us from giving up the challenge. We're pushing our limits. That's my motto for today's video. The reason I brake is because of the speed limit signs. I'm obeying the speed limit, which is a little challenge I came up with myself. If I were to speed right now, it wouldn't be such a challenge. The AI isn't the brightest, so I'd give the police a small chance. There aren't any police vehicles behind me yet, which is a good sign, so I can still drive calmly. Everything's still quiet, and no one's following us from behind. None of the armored MD series have shown up either. I call that lucky and appropriate. This will be easy. I thought they were going to put me in a tight spot. If it keeps going like this, then I'll have the win in the bag. Oh, another 60 kilometers per hour zone. I just want to step on the gas and make it without contact with the police. Then I'll be the best BeamNG escape driver in the world. I have to check back again because I don't want to be surprised. Always check everything and react accordingly. Where are the police tanks? They're slow, but I still expect some action. They're probably stuck somewhere. What a comfortable ride, no one in sight. I think this will be a perfect victory, and then I could do a happy dance. Let's speed things up. Nothing's happening anyway. I think this challenge is mine. I'm so good. I fully obey the traffic laws, yet I still barely make it to them. What kind of law enforcement officers are these? They should all be fired. I see light on the tail. You can't be serious. The first cop really caught up with me. That's not good at all. Things are getting serious in Argentina. Now I have to accelerate a bit, otherwise he'll throw me off track with a pit maneuver. This variation has real power in its backside. He won't get me that easily. Of course I'll try it. You can't be serious. He's come closer. Luckily the cop doesn't have a bumper, otherwise I'd be lost. There was just a tank there. Luckily it's acting stupid and not blocking the road. Anyway, I have other problems right now. A pair of tick cops are chasing me. He lost his balance while ramming. This gives me some time to catch my breath. I need to gain more distance, so I can follow the rules of the road again and drive like an NPC. I think we're halfway there, and optimism is back on the horizon. I don't see the cop threateningly close yet, so the cards are pretty good. Of course, it would be a bit more difficult without the marker, but I'm not there yet. The rear end is nicely dented, thanks cop. I thought it would be a perfect escape. Anyway, we're not having any problems with the other cops. Nothing's happening here anyway, so we can safely accelerate. I can already smell the journey to the destination from here, which is a good sign. The cop missed the turn once, and now I can continue my journey without any problems. Very poor performance from the cop club. I wonder where the 2 Armored MD series are. Not a single one of them has appeared. Of course, it's a positive thing for the challenge, but a bit of action wouldn't bother me. Oh no, the cop is coming back. He hasn't learned his lesson. It's round 2 between me and the AI cop. Now I have to push the envelope again, otherwise I won't see tomorrow. It didn't look damaged, so it's a different cop. Not good, he wants to tap me into the trees. Of course, I'll prevent that and activate my driving skill. Come on, come on, come on, I can't waste any time, or I'll be a dead man. Then I'll never see myself again, and that's not even good. 66 zone, that's coming at the worst possible time. A cop is on my tail, and the sign is trying to tease me. I have to get out of here, or I'll build my own grave. The cops can't catch me, or I'll delete my Steam account. I just need a traffic sign that allows me to drive 100 or 80 kilometers per hour again. This won't end well if I'm still only allowed to drive at 60 kilometers per hour, and the cop will bump my rear end at any moment. What did I say? It was 100% obvious. I can predict the cop's moves. Big brain, big responsibility. That completely destroyed me. He pushed me against the lamppost, and now I think my left wheel is not working. No, the other cop also showed up and rear-ended his colleague. I hope I can get out of here. Come on, Skoda, don't let me down. We were a really good team, so this isn't going to stop you. That doesn't look good at all. The entire left wheel has fallen off its bearing. But 3 wheels should be enough to drive. Oh, even the Armored MD series has finally been released. I thought we wouldn't exist anymore. Well, I think we're coming out of the ditch, just a little bit further, and then off we go. Bye, losers. See you at the finish line. And, oh no, he's just doing a pit maneuver. Not good at all. I can't resist. I think this is it for me. The last seconds before the catastrophic end story are here. No chance I can't escape the police's clutches. They have me firmly in their grip, so that's it. Nope, it's anchored itself so well into my body that I can't let go. That meant we were definitely defeated. I would have made it if I hadn't followed the traffic rules. Anyway, I have to accept defeat. It was still fun, and for me, it was quite relaxing. With that, I say goodbye and see you in the next video. I'm Crash Away.